Don't know. Check. Check 1, 2. Can I have some volume, please? Check. Volume. Check. Today I don't know whether to say it's a good day to all of y'all, a bad day to all of y'all, a sad day to all of us. Because during this pandemic time, to organize this kind of meeting in a rush, it's a total farce, unplanned, and injustice to the North people also. There has been a lot of differences between South Goa and North Goa. Before I start my meeting, I would like to address that first. The screens that the collector has appointed, 5 screens over here, none of them were on display except for when Roshan spoke. Whereas in South Goa, every speaker that spoke, everyone could see them. Which is a shame that the North collector didn't have a proper arrangement done for the same. Secondly, South Goa, when the people demanded for a lunch break, the South collector gave a lunch break. It's a disappointment that so many people came forward and said, are we having a lunch break? We have senior citizens who have come. Yet, the arrogance and the stubbornness of our collector, yet there was no break given for the people. Thirdly, South Goa finished their meeting at 6 o'clock because people demanded a break because there are 700 speakers there. But here we are family people, we've come from far off, and it's almost 10 o'clock in the night. It's almost 12 hours I've been sitting here trying to wait for my turn to speak right now. From 10 o'clock in the morning now to 10 o'clock in the night. This is the time I've given to speak. There was no water kept for the public. No tea being served for us. You're calling us from far off. Everyone else is getting basic arrangements. You already have a total count. Is it so hard for you all to give us a 5 rupees tea? Doesn't collector have enough of money just to give us something because it's raining outside? Sometimes it's cold, our voice is gone, talking, screaming over here. Not even a simple tea for us was given. No shops opened up after 6 o'clock to have something over here. This is the arrangement that is done for the public, for a public hearing. Online participants who spoke today. I had my friend Talula De Silva who came online. As soon as the 15 minutes got over, she was cut off from the internet. She didn't even hear one person speak over here. Why was there no online site given for people who couldn't come here because of COVID reason or because of any other circumstances? Why was there no site provided for people to watch it from their home or from their workplace? Because no one has all the cable TVs or all the local channels on right now. They want to watch it from their own convenience. But she was disconnected and she tried logging in, but yet she was not given an opportunity to come online back again. Locals who came outside, they were locals who came after 4 o'clock. Y'all said that between 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock y'all will take all the entries. But where was this advertised? How late was it advertised? We had so many Goans who came outside and they were denied entry inside. Why are they treated like dirt outside? This is a public hearing. You had half the crowd empty over here, yet you denied them. I can understand if it was overpacked and people were not having place over here, but you denied a Goan for a public meeting. Whether they've come to support, whether they've come to voice, you have denied, and it's a shame. So Mr. Collector, it's very disappointing that you are hating it. You're facing your back towards me. I'm just talking to the media over here, and you are facing your back. I am facing my back to all the public over here. This is how a public meeting is being held. Not even a podium. I'm short. I don't even have a podium in front of me where I can keep my paper, like how Albertina asked. It's our right. There's a podium which is idle there, Sri Balaji, which is idle there. That could have been brought down for the public, yet it was not brought down. In spite of repetitive ask, we were not being heard. Now I'll come back to what I wanted to say. On the 7th of March, when the public hearing was held, we had screens like this in Kalas. And there were online people who were there featured. We could see who were the speakers online. This time everything is cut off. Why so much of secrecy? Why so much of secrecy? What are you trying to hide? Just because NGT has forced you all to have a meeting, you're just organizing it haphazardly, treating us like dirt. One speaker here is asking for his turn. You're not even giving him his turn. If you can't address such small things of us, we have come here to talk about saving Goa. Will you even address to save Goa? It is a shame today that we have come here from far and near. We're voicing up. Small requests have not been, taken up. And he's still turning his back there. This is our collector of North Goa. For all the viewers who are watching, this is how arrogant, how stubborn the North collector is of Goa. Now, Talegaon is a beautiful village which has the coastal belt, which has fields. And today, I am representing all the coastal belt because on the 7th, when the meeting was held, none of us had done inwards on that day. And the 15th of March was the time date given for us for all inwards. We few locals got together. Even the Panchayat, Talegaon Panchayat, didn't even address it to us. They got the maps 1 week before the meeting. 1 week before the meeting. They didn't even call us for a special Gram Sabha. For 1 year, the Gram Sabha was not being held. So how will the people be addressed? We need to know what is happening. What are the port limits? Why there's so much of chaos happening? Everyone is just saying, come for the meeting, come for the meeting. But what is the port limits? We've not even seen our maps. And we had come for the meeting over there. Paying 1,500, I went to Panchayat, got a map, and Talula, myself, and few locals got together, and we had meetings in Aivao, in Marivel, in Hawaii, that is Donapal, in Otshell, and even Waingani fishermen came for the meeting and address. We gave 200 entries. I will not ask you whether it is done or not because I know we have inverted, we have copies, and you've already acknowledged that with the other speakers, saying that all the entries which have come in, that they will be entertained. And I appreciate that. But since I was not given a chance to speak on that day, I would like to address because our fishing community that is in Talegaon is facing a lot of problem. Many of them are coming from small backgrounds. Many of them are senior citizens. They do not have online apps. They do not have high gadget mobiles to know what is happening in Goa. No one is briefing them up. But it is our local bodies like Panchayat that is supposed to take this initiative. Talegaon consists of Panchayat as well as CCP. Not even a corporator has come down to the level and said, Baba, this is happening. Please come. This is the problem. Let us all address it. No inwards were made. None of the elected representative. I repeat to all the Talegaonkars who are listening on the coastal belt. No elected representatives like the Panch member, the Sarpanch, or the corporators came down to the ground level and addressed it to the public. None. It was local people like us who got together. I do not know how the CZMP plans are. I don't know all these things in detail. But in these 2 months, how much I have studied with the help of architects, engineers, advocates who have come together, even Albertina who spoke over here. We all broke our brains because we love our Goa. We love our Talegaon. We love where we reside. And it hurts when elected representatives don't even bother to inform us when such important public meetings are there that we cannot even address and grieve and even tell what complaint should we make. Yesterday I met a 21-year-old boy who's a fisherman from Talegaon, from Hawaii Beach. 6 months back he started fishing. I am worried about him, whether tomorrow in the future, whether can he sustain the money that is invested in his fishing boat. Will he able to do that? Because everyone's eyes are on Goa right now. Right from, Marina, which has been a biggest issue over there. Like, we don't know who's going to take. We are talking about Chennai people doing a whole draft. When we have NIO in our own very Talegaon, in our own very Goa, like so many of the other speakers who address, why do we need to go outside Goa? Why are we spending money? How much commission, whoever's given this contract, how much commission are they getting for giving contracts outside when we have our own elected representatives, scientists in our own very Goa, in our own very Talegaon? Somebody else from far away is doing an assessment. Do they have a feel of Goa? Do they have a feel of our waters? Do they have a feel of our fishermen who are suffering over there day in and day out? Business is at their lowest level right now. Cyclone has just come forward and taken place over there. Who is there to help them out? And then we come here, we do representation of all this. In Chennai, the port is taken over by Adani. In Chennai, the port is taken by by them, and there is cage fishing happening. When I say cage fishing happening, no locals is allowed to come inside and fish over there. What about our Taligaon fishermen? If this gets sanctioned, if the ports limit gets sanctioned, will our Taligaon carts ever get chance to take their boat out and go into the sea and say, this is my area to fish? You all have taken the port limits right up to the governor's house. What you all have to do with the governor's house right on top? I don't even have a map to even show you all how the markings are shown right up port limits. Up the hill they've gone. What you all are going to do with the port right up to the hill? Take that boat and park it on top at governor's house? As a new house? Huh? It is a shame that today we have to come here, sit for 12 hours, and public has to voice up, scream, shout, and tell Baba, please save our Goa. As much as we are coming here and telling, I've got 4 minutes of time, we are like on a TikTok kind of a, time limit over here to voice our concerns. Who's there to listen to us? One small request of putting the screen on not done. You think this will be done? Do I even have faith in this department that it will be done? Will Goa be saved, or it will be sold to an outsider? Not only from Delhi, but from anywhere. Adani has money, they're flying all over, we have plenty of money. There can be someone from Bangalore, from Karnataka, from Hyderabad, from Delhi, from anywhere who can come and buy a marina if this gets approved. In the plans, in the survey plans, in the whole map, survey plan numbers, house numbers are not mentioned. It is a shame that house numbers are not mentioned. The small houses and the small places where all the boats are kept, that is not mentioned. The chapels, the temples are not mentioned, which have been there for years. Now after 60 years, we're going to be celebrating 60 years of liberation, and ever since that Port Limit Act has been passed, and our two MPs who are there in the Rajya Sabha, they were sleeping. Why have we elected them? Did they even voice up saying that take out Goa's name because we want to protect Goa? Did they even speak for us? These are our representatives who are elected and they go to Rajya Sabha and don't even talk for the people of Goa. It is a shame today that we have to come here and people during the COVID pandemic time are coming forward here and voicing up. This is all that we had written down. Asking the governance and asking them to please look into this and save our coastal belt. Because all our people who reside there, they are loving people, they are caring people, they love their Goa. Even the jetty, Donapal jetty is not even mentioned in the map. What a shame, and that has been there when Dona Paula. You may imagine the history that goes about. It's a tourism site. But Grand Hyatt is showing, but Dona Paula jetty, takon kuch nothing. It's not even shown. And right up to the governor's house, port limits is there. So our request and our demand is that all the officials should not just take in this kind of entries, but come down on ground level. Come down on ground level and meet up with our experts of the local area. Meet up with the seniors of the local area so that they will give you the exact history of the place where what dimension is. We need correct information going in the plan and not just wrong information. We need correct information. So the panchayat should come forward. All this Caesar MP, whoever is designing this should come forward at local level and discuss it with the locals. You all cannot just take decision for us and scrap off the port limit. We do not want the port limit into our waters. You all can do what you all want, but please scrap it off because we need to protect our rivers. We need to protect our sea. We need to protect the livelihoods of our people. Fishery department doesn't even care for the fishers. And I will say this today on public. A lot of our fishermen came and spoke from Kakra and from other places. But I'll tell you what our people are facing. A lot of other fishermen. There are trawlers coming out into our rivers and taking our fish. Middle of the night with LED lights. No one is addressing the problem. When we call up the control room, they say diesel na, ena, tena, boat molla, anikita molla. Coastal guards are not coming and taking action when complaints are made. I have got fishermen who've given me so many complaints, but nothing is being addressed. And I'm hoping that we can protect, we can support, we can encourage, which has been generations. Let it not die. Let us not make Goa an urbanization. Let us make Goa a beautiful place for the generations to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cecille. We are